Today, I'm going to reveal the 4 worst canned foods that seniors must avoid at all costs. These foods aren't just unhealthy, they're loaded with hidden dangers like excessive sodium, toxic preservatives, and inflammatory ingredients that can quietly damage your heart, weaken your bones, and even speed up memory loss. But don't worry, I won't just leave you with a list of don'ts. For each of these dangerous canned foods, I'll also give you healthier alternatives, packed with superfoods, vitamins, and nutrients that will actually strengthen your body instead of breaking it down. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop your location in the comments. And if you're someone who cares about staying strong and healthy after 60, make sure to like this video and hit subscribe so you don't miss future senior health secrets. Now let's get started, because what's hiding inside your pantry could very well be the difference between living with energy or struggling with fatigue. Chapter 1. Canned Spaghetti. Picture this. You come home after a long day, maybe you don't feel like cooking, and you reach for that familiar can of spaghetti and meatballs. It feels comforting, it smells nostalgic, and it's so simple. Just pop the top, heat it up, and dinner is served. But here's the shocking truth most seniors don't realize. Canned spaghetti and other pasta meals are not harmless conveniences. They are a hidden health time bomb, packed with salt, sugar, and preservatives that quietly chip away at your strength, your energy, and even your independence. Why is this such a problem after 60? Our bodies change. The metabolism that once burned through extra calories now slows down. The kidneys that once filtered out excess sodium become more sensitive. The blood vessels that once bounced back from a salty meal now stiffen under the pressure. That bowl of canned spaghetti isn't just comfort food anymore. It's a potential trigger for high blood pressure, diabetes, and fatigue. The pasta itself is almost always refined. That means it's stripped of its natural fiber, turning into sugar the moment it hits your bloodstream. For seniors, these sugar spikes can lead to dangerous crashes in energy and raise the risk of type 2 diabetes. The sauce isn't just tomato. It's usually loaded with added sugar and salt to create flavor. One can may contain nearly your entire day's worth of sodium. This constant assault on your cardiovascular system can cause swelling, strain your heart, and increase the likelihood of stroke. The meatballs or extras inside. They may look like protein, but they're often made of mystery meats, fillers, and preservatives, ingredients that create inflammation, weaken digestion, and are linked to cancer risk. Now, imagine repeating this habit week after week. Your blood pressure slowly creeps up. Your waistline expands, even though you feel like you're not eating much. You start to feel weaker when you stand, groggier after meals, and maybe even more forgetful. This isn't just getting older, it's your food silently working against you. But don't despair. There are simple swaps that give you the same satisfaction without the damage. Instead of reaching for canned spaghetti, try whole grain or lentil pasta. These are high in fiber, stabilize blood sugar, and keep digestion healthy. A quick homemade sauce with olive oil, garlic, and canned no-salt added tomatoes. It takes just 10 minutes and delivers powerful antioxidants. Fresh or frozen lean proteins like chicken, turkey, or beans that build muscle instead of breaking it down. The best part? These alternatives don't just protect your health, they taste richer, fresher, and more satisfying. Over time, your blood pressure lowers, your energy rises, and you'll feel sharper and lighter, not weighed down by hidden chemicals. Chapter 2. Canned Processed Meats. Open a can of Vienna sausages, deviled ham, or corned beef, and what do you see? Soft, salty pieces of meat that seem easy to chew, quick to prepare, and maybe even comforting. Many seniors keep these items on hand because they're convenient and affordable. But here's the frightening truth. Canned processed meats are among the most dangerous foods you can eat after 60.
Why?
Because these foods are not just meat. They're a toxic cocktail of preservatives, sodium nitrites, fillers, and saturated fat. Your body, especially as you age, cannot keep up with the constant attack these ingredients deliver. What seems like a quick snack is actually a health time bomb waiting to go off. Let's take a closer look at what's really inside that can. Excess sodium. Just one small can of ham or sausages can contain over 1,000 milligrams of salt, nearly half of what you should eat in an entire day. This overload makes your body retain fluid, which stresses your heart and increases blood pressure. Saturated fat. These meats are packed with unhealthy fats that clog arteries, stiffen blood vessels, and raise cholesterol levels. For seniors, this means a much higher risk of heart attack and stroke. Chemical preservatives, sodium nitrites and other additives are used to keep the meat pink and extend its shelf life. But once inside your body, they can form harmful compounds linked to colon cancer. Mystery fillers. Many canned meats contain scraps of low-quality meat mixed with starches, binders, and artificial flavors. They offer little real nutrition, leaving you weaker instead of stronger. Now imagine eating these regularly. Over time, the arteries feeding your brain narrow. Your heart pumps harder against the pressure of all that salt. Your joints ache under the load of inflammation triggered by preservatives. You may feel sluggish, short of breath, or dizzy, and assume it's just old age. But in reality, it's the food quietly sabotaging your health. But here's the good news. You don't need to give up the convenience of protein. You just need to choose smarter alternatives. Instead of reaching for canned corned beef or potted meat, try canned tuna or salmon, in water, low sodium. These are protein-rich, heart-healthy, and packed with omega-3 fatty acids that fight inflammation and support brain health. Beans and lentils, canned without added salt, they provide protein, fiber, and minerals that strengthen digestion and keep blood sugar stable. Rotisserie chicken or turkey breast, fresh, lean, and easy to portion for several meals. These choices give your body the fuel to stay strong, mobile, and independent, without the hidden poisons of processed meats. And the difference you'll feel is remarkable. Steadier energy, clearer thinking, easier movement, and a stronger heart. Chapter 3. Cream-based canned soups. On a cold evening, nothing feels more comforting than a warm bowl of soup. Cream of mushroom, clam chowder, cream of chicken, broccoli cheese, even lobster bisque, they sound cozy, almost gourmet. But for seniors, these creamy canned soups are wolves in sheep's clothing. Behind their smooth texture and rich taste lies a dangerous mix of excess salt, hidden fats, and chemical thickeners that can silently harm your health. Let's break it down. Most cream-based canned soups contain excess sodium. A single can often pack over 800 to 1,000 milligrams of sodium, sometimes more than half your recommended daily limit. For seniors, that's a direct hit to blood pressure, putting extra strain on the heart and kidneys. Unhealthy fats. Cream-based soups are made with heavy cream, butter substitutes, or hydrogenated oils. These raise cholesterol, clog arteries, and trigger inflammation, raising your risk of heart attack or stroke. Artificial thickeners and stabilizers. To give soup its creamy texture, companies add modified starches, gums, and preservatives. These offer no nutrition and can upset digestion, leaving you bloated or uncomfortable. Low actual nutrition. Despite names like broccoli cheese or cream of chicken, the vegetables and proteins inside are often minimal. What you're really eating is mostly salt, fat, and fillers. For seniors, this creates a health trap. The warmth of creamy soup may soothe in the moment, but the long-term effect is like pouring cement into your arteries and flooding your body with salt water. Over time, you may notice swelling in your ankles, shortness of breath after climbing stairs, or even foggy thinking. Many assume these are just part of aging, but in reality, they're symptoms of what these soups are doing inside. Here's the hopeful part. You don't need to give up creamy soups forever. You just need to swap the canned versions for healthier homemade alternatives. Here are a few ideas. Homemade cream of mushroom. Use fresh mushrooms, low-sodium chicken broth, and a splash of milk or unsweetened oat milk instead of heavy cream. Add garlic and herbs for flavor. Broccoli soup with a twist. Blend steamed broccoli with low-sodium vegetable broth and a handful of shredded cheddar. It tastes indulgent but is far lighter and packed with antioxidants. Seafood chowder. Use fresh or frozen fish, potatoes, and vegetables in a tomato base. Skip the heavy cream and use olive oil for richness. These options provide the same comfort, but they nourish instead of harm. You'll feel fuller longer, your blood pressure will stay steadier, and your body will thank you with more energy and less inflammation. Remember, comfort food should bring true comfort, not silent damage. And when you swap out canned cream soups for fresh, wholesome alternatives, you reclaim not only flavor but also your long-term health and independence. Chapter 4. Canned Fruit Cocktail. A bowl of peaches, pears, or mandarin oranges sounds refreshing, doesn't it? And when you see a bright, colorful fruit cocktail in syrup, it feels like you're making a healthy choice. After all, fruit is fruit, right? Unfortunately, when it comes to canned fruits in heavy syrup, The reality is very different. What looks like a light snack is often a sugar bomb in disguise, one that can quietly sabotage your health. Here's the truth. Canned fruits in heavy syrup are not the same as fresh fruit. They are usually packed with added sugar. A single cup of canned fruit cocktail can contain 25 to 30 grams of sugar, almost as much as a can of soda. For seniors, this can spike blood sugar, drain your energy, and increase your risk of diabetes. Low in fiber. During processing, much of the natural fiber is lost. Fiber is what keeps your digestion regular, helps control blood sugar, and supports heart health. Without it, you're left with a sweet liquid that rushes into your bloodstream. Depleted of vitamins. Heat processing strips away vitamin C and other nutrients, leaving the fruit far less nourishing than its fresh counterpart. What remains is mostly sugar water with soft chunks. Artificially flavored and colored. To make the fruit look appealing, companies may add dyes and flavors that offer no health benefit and can irritate sensitive systems. Now, think about what happens in your body when you eat these sugary fruits. Your blood sugar spikes quickly, your pancreas scrambles to release insulin, and within an hour, you feel tired, shaky, or even irritable. Repeat this cycle often enough, and you set yourself up for weight gain, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. For seniors, the risks go even deeper. Too much sugar increases inflammation, which worsens arthritis pain, slows healing, and even affects brain function. Studies now show that diets high in added sugar are linked to memory decline and dementia risk. That innocent-looking fruit cocktail can actually speed up the very problems you're trying to avoid. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up fruit, you just need to make smarter swaps. Instead of canned peaches in syrup, try fresh or frozen fruit. Frozen berries, mango, or peaches are harvested at peak ripeness and keep their vitamins. They're convenient and often cheaper than fresh. Canned fruit in water or its own juice. If you prefer the convenience of cans, choose no sugar added or packed in 100% juice. Drain and rinse them to cut down sugar even more. Top your fruit with protein. Pair apple slices with peanut butter or Greek yogurt with berries. This balances sugar with protein, giving you steady energy. These simple changes keep fruit a true superfood, something that boosts immunity, protects your heart, and keeps digestion smooth. And the best part? You still get sweetness, but without the sugar crash. Remember, fruit should be your ally in aging well, not a hidden sugar trap. With the right choices, every bite of fruit can fuel you with energy, clarity, and vitality. Let's quickly recap the hidden dangers we've exposed. Canned spaghetti and pasta meals, sugar and salt-packed, comfort foods that drain your energy and raise blood pressure. Canned processed meats, the mystery meat health time bombs filled with preservatives, sodium, and saturated fat that stress your heart and raise cancer risk. Cream-based canned soups, cozy in the moment, but loaded with sodium and unhealthy fats that can clog arteries and trigger inflammation. Canned fruit cocktails in heavy syrup, sugar bombs in disguise that spike blood sugar, promote weight gain, and steal the true benefits of fruit. Each of these foods might look harmless, even nostalgic. But when you peel back the label and look at what's really inside, you see they're not feeding your health, they're quietly stealing. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these canned foods do you keep in your pantry right now? And which swap are you most excited to try first? Sharing your journey not only motivates you, but it inspires other seniors in our community to take action too. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend or family member. You never know, this information could be the very thing that saves someone you love from years of unnecessary suffering.